Hello, welcome everyone to Help. This is my 4th week of doing the Help show. I have four buttons this week and I just did them all. So I have some guests with me today. I'm just going to take my glasses off because I find that I was going to say sunlight, but it's actually light bulb. Glares at me. So hello, welcome everyone. Those of you who have not tuned in to Help before and would like to know what this show is about, you can find more information on arrowfm.co.nz and to click on the little programs button on the menu, and then you scroll down until you see this face. If you can't see your face because you're listening, just believe there's a face there of me with curly hair and glasses, and it says Help, and you click on Help and then it will bring you to the profile. You can catch up on some past episodes, and my email address is there. So I would love for you to email me if you have topics you would like me to talk about or research, or if you'd like to come on the show and be a guest. So what Help is about is really that, just trying to bring some help into the lives of parents or others. Other people will find this information helpful too. And it kind of comes from the space of wishing someone had told me this. But like I've said every other week, I'm pretty sure my parents did, and I just didn't listen to them. But I'm listening now. And so those of you who would like to know a little bit more about Help, that's it. Next week I might read the actual blurb for you and give you a little bit more information. But today I have some guests with me. I've called this Friend Week. I had the intention that every so often I'd have a Friend Week and then invite a friend, but it requires me having a pool of friends to do it. Otherwise, we're probably always going to have Camille and Genevieve.
I'm okay with that.
I've got other friends, I'm sure. Yes, I do have other friends. My other friends are listening, so you can have a turn too. All right, so before we carry on with anything else that I have to say, I would like to introduce my friends to you. I have Camille and Genevieve. So let's start with you, Camille. Introduce yourself to the Help community.
Hi, I'm Camille, and I'm Abby's friend. I grew up in the Wairarapa, and sometimes I need help, so...
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Oh, the camera's now flicked onto you.
Oh, hello.
I was sitting there very quietly so that the camera would turn on to you. So Camille is on my left.
Hi.
I don't know what. You're right. The stripes down the shoulders. And then next to Camille we have Genevieve.
Hi.
Genevieve, introduce yourself.
So I'm Genevieve. I am Camille's big sister. And, yeah, grew up in Featherston. I'm married. I'm mother of 3 incredible girls. And, yeah, I also need help.
I love it. And I will help you. No, I won't. I can't even help myself. Okay, cool. All right, so I thought Camille and Genevieve being on the show today would be really cool because we always have a great laugh together. And the topic we've been talking about over the last couple of weeks has been low motivation and exploring what is low motivation, what can trigger it, what are the consequences. And last week we had Lydia on who shared with us some really helpful tips and advice on how to shift your mentalities, which I found helped me an awful lot. And so she challenged me straight away on laziness. What was funny was that the week before I had said I'd come to my conclusion that laziness and low motivation were different, that laziness was a choice and that low motivation is a response. And then I had decided that there is room for laziness and low motivation. Being that sometimes if you take the lazy option, it can help you to chill out, relax and rest your brain, which I still don't disagree with. But what Lydia brought in was just a little bit more of a challenge of saying, rather than thinking not doing the vacuuming as a lazy choice, think of it as what energy do you have to give to certain things in your day. and at the beginning of the day, look at it and distribute your energy out. And then when you're facing that choice, rather than being like, oh, I'm really lazy, I'm not going to do this, think, I actually don't have the energy for this right now, but I will have the energy for it tomorrow. So I'm just going to leave it, and I've got energy now to rest and eat chocolate and watch TV.
Which is more important, really.
Yeah. So I actually really appreciated that thought, and then Lydia also shared on our nutrition and our movement. There is exercise. I was going to say exercise, but there is movement. Oh, your village and sleep.
Rest, yeah.
Yeah, and how they impact low motivation. So that's what the last couple of weeks have been, and I thought today might be quite nice for people to hear from others who have experienced low motivation in their life at different times, and how it's impacted them or their families, or whatever comes to mind in this conversation. Okay, so first, I'm going to play a song and help relax the mood. This song is new to me. It's called Friends. It is not the Friends theme song. I did think about that. It's by Ella Henderson. Do you know Ella Henderson? Neither. I have listened to it, and I thought, you know what, it's Friend Week, so let's start with a Friends song, and it's quite sweet, and I will play it for you. Okay, this is going to be the test of the buttons. Okay, you've got this.
You watched me go through my first breakup. We ate enough ice cream to never want more. When I need to pick me up, you pick me up. When I wanna cry, when my heart is stuck, you're the first one at my door. And the boyfriends may change, and so will our second names, but one thing stays the same is us. We'll make the mistakes, but we ain't to blame, 'cause they bring out the best in us. Friends with you till the end, fix you, help you bend when it gets tough. And when you're scared, they're gonna be right there. So hold on to your friends. I was right there when you struggled with Ryan, and you were right here when my dad went away. And all of the weekends we stayed out, all of the hangovers laid on the couch. Yeah, the times we don't talk about. And the boyfriends may change, and so will our second names, but one thing stays the same is us. Yeah. We'll make the mistakes, but we ain't to blame, 'cause they bring out the best in us. Friends with you till the end, fix you, help you bend when it gets tough. And when you're scared, they're gonna be right there. So hold on to your friends. There'll be good times and bad times, there'll be troubles ahead, there'll be tears in the sky, where we'll all look a mess. Lots of life without drama, oh, so don't you forget, we ain't close to broken yet. We ain't close to broken yet.
And that was Ella Henderson with Friends. But then I was just listening to Camille and Genevieve talking, and they pointed out they're not friends. They're sisters.
And friends.
I should have got a sister song. We guys.
We're friends with you, though. So
I'll
that's
Google it now.
We're best friends as well.
Yeah. Oh, that's so sweet. Okay. All right. So let's hear some thoughts from you. Like I said, I did make some questions, but I thought the magic of people is conversation.
magic of people.
The magic of people.
Yep.
Yeah. So, all right. Let's talk about what is your take on low motivation.
It's both a mental and a physical struggle. So being physically exhausted, giving yourself permission to have a break as well. Don't, beat yourself up too much. And mental motivation takes a lot of effort and preparation and energy to harness. But what is great about life is that there's always tomorrow. And after lunch or one more hour, and then you'll have another chance to try again at whatever task you're trying to tackle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. I like what you said about there's always tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I live like there's no tomorrow. We're all gonna die.
It can be dangerous though, having that, because that's like my motto is there's always tomorrow. There's always tomorrow. I can do it again tomorrow. But then a week goes by.
Yeah.
A week of tomorrows. You're like, damn it.
That's what I do about weight loss. There's always tomorrow. Especially with low motivation.
Yeah.
And wanting to lose the weight after having the kids. And I'll be like, the night before, yep, I'm going to get up.
Yeah.
I'm going to go for that run.
Yeah.
Or I'm going to not eat that
start with
chocolate.
that
Or
Yeah. Or getting that summer body. There's always next summer.
Yeah.
I'll
lose it in winter so that I'm ready for summer.
Yeah. There's always next winter because winter's been.
do you guys ever save those get your bikini body YouTube videos, like workouts?
No.
Oh. Neither. Okay.
I've seen them, but I haven't saved them.
I don't save them either. I just dream about it. That I could wear a bikini. The problem is, though, okay, this is definitely going off the topic, but say I did that workout, right, and I got the bikini bod, meaning that I could put one on, I'm pretty sure I would have all the, pregnant belly skin hanging over the top, because it doesn't disappear, does it? No.
Sadly, no.
Sorry, husbands. Okay, anyway, back on topic. Yeah. Okay, so we're talking about there's always tomorrow. Yeah, it's the balance, isn't it? Isn't it? Like the balance of giving yourself permission that if I don't achieve this today, or there is tomorrow, but then at the same point not trying to do everything.
Yeah, and giving yourself accountability as well.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. And I give myself accountability by telling my husband that's what I'm going to do today.
That's a good idea.
Does he help?
Eh?
Does it help?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So he'll say, what are you up to tomorrow? And I'll say, I'm going to be, I'm planning on doing this and this and this. And then he'll get home in the evening and I haven't done it. And then I'm like, what the heck have I done?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, that's a great
it
idea.
definitely helps. Yeah.
Yeah.
And lists for me help too.
Yeah.
Writing lists. It makes myself accountable because then I can tick it off and I love it.
Yeah.
I love a good tick.
Yeah. So do I. Looks great.
Yeah, actually, that was something that when I caught up with Mike's boss, because he was a really great support for us when we were going through depression and anxiety, and we were just catching up about the Ruth Project, and he loves using a diary. And he was like, use a diary, because I'm trying to be all fancy, use my phone calendar and my notes on there. And he's like, use a diary, because the writing down process is good for your brain.
Yeah.
And you can tick things.
Yeah.
It's not the same. And like, even though I tick things in my phone, it's just not the same. I think when you're dealing with low motivation. And I think as well, it helps with the whole, you've still got tomorrow. Because if you've got your list there, then whatever you didn't kind of get through, you can kind of move on to tomorrow and do it tomorrow instead.
And you can pick and choose too. You can get something that's just small.
Yeah.
A small thing. Oh yeah, I'll accomplish that today. And then you can tick it off. And
Yeah.
then, but then if you feel like you've got more energy or whatever to do
Yeah.
bigger things, you know, clean the whole room or whatever, or clean the whole cupboard rather than just a shelf, or you know.
Expectations. Like you just saying that made me think like Michael's always like, he's so kind. I will show him my list. And you just see him like, it's very achievable. Because it'll be like, clean all the windowsills and clean all the windows and wipe all the walls and clean all the doors and like, and then do some of these work jobs and then cook this meal and pick up the kids and do the, and he's like, is this just for today? I'm like, yeah. Feeling really good today.
Yeah. Woke up with a bounce in my head.
Yeah. Then at the end of the day, it's like, what did you do? None of it.
Yeah. I ate chocolate and watched movies.
Yeah.
I had to go to town to get some rags, and then
Yeah. Then I bumped into Camille. And we had coffee.
and then before you know it, it's 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Oh gosh, that's funny. It is. Yeah. I'm glad we can laugh about it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
If we don't, we cry.
I think it's nice too, because this is the beauty of these types of conversations, is that other people listening then relate as well, because all three of us, it looks different, but we experience it a similar way. And it's like, oh, it's not just us.
Yeah.
Or maybe it is. Yeah. Okay, what other thoughts do you have on... I really like that you jump into doing some practical things.
Yeah.
I don't know where I wrote it, but somewhere in here was a really good point, I was going to say.
Okay, while you gather it, I've got this thought in my mind.
Okay.
I was trying to think, because we're talking about how do we cope with low motivation. I mean, this is not going to help with the whole weight loss thing, but let's pretend I'm not trying to lose weight. Like I am trying to lose weight. No, I
We
am.
all.
I am, slowly. Anyway, is the chocolate stash. And often, Camille, you and I will joke about this, that we use this app Marco Polo. For those, they're looking at you, that's fun. Oh no, it's coming around now. Marco Polo app that you can get, and oh my word, it's so much better than having to text, because you don't have to stop and think about what you're writing or spelling. You can just like blah, 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 and send.
Yeah.
But often, sometimes we'll joke about how we're like hiding. I just have images of you, like, because you describe it. I don't know if I've actually seen you do this, but like hiding in your pantry, like, oh, sorry if I'm letting your secrets out now.
And now knows where my stash is now.
You're going to have to change your stash.
No one will ever know where my stash is.
Oh,
I know.
the challenge is on.
Have you got one?
Yeah.
Feels like, well, I want to find this
Yeah,
stash.
I know.
It's empty at the moment.
We don't really have a stash. Michael puts it on the top shelf in the pantry, so I have to use a stool to get it.
Well, that's hard.
Yeah. The problem is like, I'm home more than he is, and even last night he's like, "Oh, did you eat the rest of that chocolate?" And I was like, "Yeah." The reason I was bringing it up is that if you can have more self-control than I can, I think having little treats like that in your home is helpful.
I don't have any.
I don't have any self-control. Maybe scrap that idea. I enjoy it, like a little reward.
Yeah.
It's like when I've had a morning where it's been real busy and I've done the housework and I've achieved stuff, I'm like, I might have a little piece of that chocolate as a little,
Yeah.
incentive. It's exactly what I do for the
next
kids.
Afternoon.
Yeah.
Actually, I do the same thing. Like, I'll say, if I want some chocolate,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
and I'll be like, oh, I'll just go eat some. And then I'll be like, no, you know what?
You
I need to do that washing first.
Yeah.
And I'm going
Yes.
to have a
That's a
reward
good idea.
in my head.
Yeah.
And I'm like, looking around. No, you gotta have the chocolate. In my head. Yeah, and then so it's like a little reward, a little doggy treat.
All I can think of right now is if Lydia was sitting here on that other microphone with a shooter cream with us. That is not what I said last week.
We're undoing all our hard
I'm doing
work.
all her great work, yeah.
Sorry.
It's just in moderation, isn't it? in moderation is something I'm
the whole
working on.
block.
Yeah, it's the whole block is
Two
moderation.
blocks, it's just one.
Yeah, well, instead of having all three, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
But I do find, in seriousness, little things like that for me quite helpful. Whether it is, like the other ones are those. I was trying to think of a little bit of a healthier option for Lydia. Is almonds.
Oh yeah.
But the chocolate covered almonds.
It's like the,
If they're dark chocolate, it's okay because dark chocolate's good for you.
Just get, have you tried those ones? What are they? The skinny dipped almonds.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
pretty good.
Whole bag of them. But no, I'm just kidding. Sometimes I'll get like a little ramekin and I'll just put like, a little amount in there and that will be my allocation for the day.
Yeah.
And when I'm motivated to be disciplined, I normally stick with that. But that's like having or if you're into like, berries or other stuff, stuff like that's quite helpful because it just is something to look forward to. And the reason I think of it is because when you're at home by yourself, doing your home responsibilities, it can get really lonely.
Yeah.
And the mundaneness sometimes of the house responsibilities. So it's nice when you can kind of put things in your day that make you laugh. Yeah. I mean, it's no different to like the kids at the moment. Their incentive, because they're not drinking enough water at school, is that if they drink most of their water from their bottle, they can have a lolly. So they choose the lolly in the morning. We started this yesterday. So yesterday afternoon, Lucy was in the toilet for ages when she got home. And then she comes out with this big grin on her face. She'd like drank most of her bottle in the bathroom.
How has she not figured out to tip it down the drain?
Tip it out on the way home from school.
I was thinking,
Want to listen to this?
and she might, yeah. I was thinking,
Do not do
surely
that, Lucy.
one of the boys would click on to actually, if I just tip this out at school, then it looks like I've drunk it all.
Get
but-
those little water flavoured drops.
Yeah,
Have like 3 drops in it and it just tastes like berry or
berry or
citrus
something.
whatever.
I should try that, yeah. So, I mean, they all got their lollies yesterday because they did drink more than the day before, but Zane ended up with the bonus lolly because he had drunk the most.
Good job.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens tomorrow. I reckon that Troy will be the one who picks up on tipping it out first. Or Lucy, because she's pretty switched on as well. Whereas Zane is a rule follower. Yeah. If this is the rules, I'm going to follow the rules. Yeah.
He'll keep them in line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're going to move to another song so that we can prep ourselves for the next segment of our chatter. And this song is because, as everyone knows, today is St. Patrick's Day, because everyone knew that.
St. Paddy's Day.
I say that because I didn't know it was St. Patrick's Day, and Camille sent me through this song, kind of in honour of St. Patrick's Day, and I was like, well, it's not even St. Patrick's Day. Why are you sending me the song? And then I find out it is. I hope you guys aren't pranking me.
No.
Like,
It truly is. We would not do that.
yeah, sure. Yeah. Wink. I can't even wink. Okay, so this is called Sea Shanty by Well a Man Sea Shanty by Nathan Evans. Could you please explain the song, Camille?
I found it during, I think it was the first lockdown, when a guy, what's his name? I've forgotten.
Nathan.
Nathan Evans? Well a Man Sea Shanty. Sea and Shanty.
He sang it, and it kind of went viral around the world with TikTok. I don't even have TikTok, but I know about this. And so lots of other people sort of joined in and did their part with the song, and it just ended up sounding really, really cool. But
Yeah.
Cool.
this is the original song.
The original. Okay then. All right. So here we go with the buttons again, and we're listening to Sea Shanty. Enjoy this song.
There once was a ship that put to sea. The name of the ship was a Billy of Tea. The winds blew up her bow, up down, oh below my bully boys blow. Soon may the Wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. She She'd not been 2 weeks from shore when down on her a right whale bore. The captain called all hands and swore he'd take that whale in tow. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Da 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 da. Before the boat had hit the water, the whale's sail came up and caught her. All hands to the side, harping and fought her when she dived down low. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. No line was cut, no whale was freed. The captain's mind was not of greed, and he belonged to the whaleman's creed. She took that ship in tow. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Da 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 da. For 40 days or even more, the line went slack, then tight once more. All boats were lost, there were only 4, but still that whale did go. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. As far as I've heard, the fight's still on. The line's not cut and the whale's not gone. The wellerman makes his regular call to encourage the captain, crew and all. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go.
Okay, so that was sea shanty. I quite like that.
Yeah.
I only really probably caught the end, but I did listen to it earlier. So that was cool. Okay, thank you, Camille, for that suggestion for St. Patrick's Day.
You're welcome.
I might get some Irish cider tonight to celebrate St. Patrick's Day. Our neighbour, I'm pretty sure she's Irish. Yes. I will ask her. I don't know if she's listening to this. Well, she gave us Irish cider. I get really insecure with accents.
Yeah.
So I'm really sorry, Liz, my friend Liz, if she's listening. I had thought originally she was Irish, but actually she comes from kind of Newcastle area. I hope, Liz, that it's Newcastle area. She will correct me tomorrow, don't you worry. But I think for me, being a Kiwi and not used to English accents or European accents, it can be very hard to figure out where someone's from.
Yeah.
There's so many.
Yeah. Yeah, what did someone... I remember I went to a vineyard. This is totally off topic. I can't quite remember the story, but I'm going to tell it anyway. Oh, now, because everyone wants to know what happened at the vineyard.
I do.
So Michael and I and a couple of friends, or another couple, we went and stayed at a vineyard. I think it was after the first lockdown. And the guy there, I think, was from Yorkshire. And I think, like, I had no idea where Yorkshire was from. And I think, I can't remember what I asked him. I said, was it like close to somewhere? Was it close to some place, like, let's just say, like, Wales? I have no idea. I still don't know where it is. I don't know if it was Wales that I said, but there was, for some reason I felt to ask because I think that I knew someone who had been in England. This is not going well. Anyway, I will just carry on. And he just looked at me like, no, absolutely not. See, it doesn't work because I don't know where I asked he was from. Okay, let's just scrap that story. That was really bad. Okay, now on to a serious note. I thought it would be good for us to kind of chat about the impact that, or not the impact, but like the biggest challenges you guys have faced when you've gone through times of low motivation, kind of challenges in the family or on in yourself mentally or physically, because why did I ask this question? I think because it can look different for other people.
Yeah.
And I think it's nice to talk about what the challenges can be in your home, because it does impact others and your children and your that. And then I know for me, mentally, not so much physically, mentally that's my biggest challenge, is the impact I have on myself and my inner critic when I'm going through low motivation. Yeah.
I think, I guess, impact for me and my family is that I am, I guess, grumpy. Like, you know, if my house is messy and I haven't been motivated to clean it, or do vacuuming or whatever, but I see it all the time, and then I'm just grumpy. And the kids kind of, you know, and even Aaron gets, you know, grumpy old me at the end of the day. And I guess because I've got guilt about it, like I think, oh, I should have done that, I had time to do that, or, you know, or I didn't plan my day right or something, and, you know, I could have done that vacuuming, and then, yeah, the evening would have gone a lot smoother, if you know what I mean.
Because does the family even care that
No, of
those
course
stuff? It's the I was gonna, the attitude that they get that they're struggling with, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, because if you had like not done your jobs, but were like real chill and calm about it, your family wouldn't care, would they?
No. Yeah, and it's not like, I mean, I love hanging out washing and doing washing. I hate folding it, but I love washing. So I do, you know, I get stuff done, but there's certain aspects of housework, you know, that I can't stand. Yeah.
Bullets of boys.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
well, I don't know.
Actually, I don't know if girls are the same, but
No.
No, it's boys.
Yeah, but just knowing that I've, you know, I just didn't time my day right or whatever, I guess.
yeah.
Yeah, I get that same feeling, especially like looking around, like if it's a messy house, if I'm being like flat out busy for the whole week,
Yeah.
and just when the house, you know, all the mess gets on top of you, and it just like clutters your mind, like it's,
Yeah.
you know, it just does something.
Well, you walk into the kitchen and go, oh!
Yeah.
Like, I've finally cleaned this part of our bench this week, that was stacked up with, like, just papers and stuff. 2 piles of them, and I finally got to it this week, and the bench is just, you know, I've added this much to my bench. But it makes me want to do the dishes more and keep the whole thing clean. And you walk in, and even I was saying to Alexis last night, I said, isn't it so nice to have so much room and have such a nice kitchen, you know? Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure it'll get on top of me again, though.
You do that massive pile of dishes, and you're like, why did it take me a whole week to do that?
That one frying pan has been stinking the house out.
I'm going to do the dishes every day now because it's so easy.
Yeah.
And then, nah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
For me, the biggest challenges was going through depression and just being depressed, pretty much.
Yeah.
You just can't move. You can't. You know, there's just not a care in the world. You can't. You know, you can't do any housework or anything. And also getting back into study, like because I'm studying again. Getting back into that motivation of sitting down, like 'cause I hate sitting down for too long. I like to move around. I like to do stuff. I'm an active relaxer. So sitting down, it just gets me all antsy, and you know, just, you know.
Yeah.
I give myself rewards.
Do you know what? You should create some type of, get Dan to make you some type of like attachable desk that attaches to your shoulders.
It's like a popcorn selling thing.
Yeah, and then like you can put your laptop on there, and then you can kind of
I was walking
study.
into the wall, like,
And walk around.
Yeah, study and clean at the same time, or like just walk around and.
I don't think that will work. I'm sorry.
Dan, there's a task for you.
Be like the Minecraft people that just walk into the wall.
Yeah, I know. I get stuck and my face is like, I do that that when I'm playing with the kids. I can't play anymore. I'm stuck on the wall.
We could create some sensors. I'm still thinking about it. We could create some sensors that alert you when there's something coming into your proximity. So you can yeah.
Spikes on it.
Yeah. The children come up to you, Mum. Ah.
Don't start doing it on purpose.
Yeah.
But even like making a start, like if I know I've got a list of things to do or a certain task at study I've got to do, making the start is the most hardest thing.
Yeah.
So I find that once I'm actually doing it and I've started, then it's a lot easier. But it's just that initial getting motivated to actually sit down and actually do it.
Yeah.
That's the hardest part for me.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, because I think that might be where I'm similar. That's why I say like it's the mental battle for me. That's hard, not necessarily the physical.
Yeah.
Mm.
But to mentally break down some barriers that stop me from moving forward. And I guess it's similar because we've both walked through depression, and maybe low motivation and depression is a little bit different to low motivation triggered by other things, or, you know, because there's a lot that can trigger off low motivation, not just mental health.
Yeah.
But I know with depression, your thoughts are so negative all the time, and there's like no energy at all. And then even though like it's on this recovery side of it, there's these habits that have to be broken in the mind.
Yeah, it's so true.
Yeah, and so that's my battle of like trying to break the habits and renew my thinking. Which is why when Lydia put out that challenge around shifting that thinking on laziness, it seems like such a small thing, but it has a huge impact to my being, because the whole idea of rather than looking at it as motivation, look at it as energy. Do I have the energy to do that today? Is quite helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the giving permission is the other thing, I think, like, because you've said it today as well, give permission, and Lydia said it last week as well. And I think that's probably one area that I struggle to do, is give myself permission to just be or feel the way I need to feel, that it's okay, and also that I don't have to figure out why. So with the depression, I was always trying to figure out, why am I depressed? Because then I can just solve it. If I can figure out why I'm like this, and I can just fix it, and we're all good. And I think I can do that with low motivation a little bit too, like, oh, why am I like this? And I can just fix it. Well, and there are ways that you can fix it, which we learnt last week, but yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let us have another song. This one has been recommended by Geneva. I have not listened to the song in such a long time. I used to use it at the dance studio.
Do you know, I heard it on breakfast this morning. They just
Did you?
played a little bit of it as they went to break, and I was like, I like that song. I've forgotten about her.
Yeah. So this is Lady Six. I had forgotten all about her until The Masked Singer, and she was a judge on The Masked Singer. And I was like, that's right, you're a person who sings.
You're a person.
You're a real person. I have no idea what her real name is, but...
I think it's Christine. I looked online today. I think it's Christine.
Christine.
That's with a K.
K. Oh, like the Kardashians. They all start with K. Not like the Kardashians.
Her last name's Tamati.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so this is Like Water by Lady Six, also known as Christine with a K.
Catherine or something. Or, you know, I don't know.
One morning I woke up, looked over and kissed your shoulder. It felt so right. You didn't wake, but I could see it in your face. You knew my intention right. Sometimes I swear our connection was made amongst the stars and makes me feel alive. Our love is powerful, so powerful, moving mountains in the night. Oh, and I know sometimes this is hard for us. I know we sacrifice and get scarred and cut. Oh, I know, I feel it's moving. Let's never lose this movement. Momentum is building. Our union is fluid. You did a left out to live upon the edge of life. How they left you right, that's how they left you right. I picked up the pieces they left you in broken pieces on the floor, glowing in holy light. Oh, and even though I know they love you very much, they don't love you more than me. This you can trust. Oh, I know, I feel it's moving. Let's never lose this. This movement, momentum is building. Our union is fluid, like water, clean, clear, crisp. We got love just like this. Water, our love is like water, like water. I know it, I feel it. Oh, I know, I feel it's moving. Let's never lose this. This movement, momentum is building. Our union is fluid, like water. Clean, clear, crisp. We got love just like this. Water, our love is like water. I know, I feel it's moving. Let's never lose this. This movement, momentum is building. Our union is fluid, like water. Clean, clear, crisp. We got love just like this. Water, our love is like water.
Okay, and that was Lady Six with Like Water. I think she said her love is like water.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were just chatting while Lady was talking to us. I mean, singing to us.
You're an 80 guys.
It was here.
Lady was here. She just popped in, sang into the mic, and then with her whole band. Yeah.
And talked to us at the same
And talked to
time.
us at the same time. It was a very quick, 3 minutes and 10 seconds. Okay, anyway, while Lady was singing to us, we were just kind of chatting a little bit further on that last thought, because what was I saying? I was saying how sometimes it can feel like I'm making excuses to not do stuff. Like when you've had someone like Lydia come in with some ideas and things that can help you, and then trying to put it back into your practical life, sometimes not all of the ideas work, and it can feel like you're making excuses to not move forward. But then we were kind of just saying how it's the starting small, just choose one thing, eh?
And it's also, I think even Lydia mentioned it last week, but it might be just one of those things that you're struggling with,
Yeah.
or that you need to change. Like you might be exercising really well, but then your diet might be not I can't even talk. Might not be that great, and so
Yeah.
that's what you need to work on, or vice versa, or rest, or
Yeah.
or you might not like asking for help.
Yeah. I think that's what I enjoyed about her advice, is because it was just, step back, have a review, and look at your life and what are some areas that might need some refining. And it might not mean a complete overhaul, but it could be that, just something as simple as changing how much gluten you have or dairy, because I say that because I'm both, and I'm intolerant to both, and I eat a lot of both. Emotionally, I'm an emotional eater, so when I'm, time of the month or whatever, I'll just go back to the, those things, and then I get into the cycle where I'm even feeling even worse.
Yeah, it starts all over again.
And it starts all over again.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I also really loved her suggestion on napping. Now, I had always said I'm not a good napper. Like I was telling you the other day, like I'm a terrible napper. I'll wake up and be even worse.
How long do you nap for though?
Yeah, I think that's the problem. I think I was napping too long, because yesterday and the day before, I did like a 10-minute nap. And it was so much easier, because it was kind of, and I kind of had like, I've been watching some YouTube videos. Not the bikini body ones.
Stuck down that web. That hole.
No, well, I did start watching some about different cults.
Oh, you did tell me that.
don't know. I find it fascinating. But then I also stumbled across a Real Royalty, and it's like this history channel for everything royal, like in castles, and it's incredible. For those of you who like history, but sometimes I fall asleep and and it'll be like 10 minutes, and then I'll wake up, and I was like, okay, so. Because I'm pretty sure Lydia said she would just do like a 10-minute nap when she was driving once. Oh, not while she was driving.
Pull over first.
She pulled over.
She made it there far.
She'd pull over and then have a 10-minute nap and then kind of get up and, go for a run or something. And so I think, figuring out what type of napping works for you. And that's really helped because this week's been a particularly tireder week. And that certainly helped.
I think it depends too. If you're actually really tired, like probably Camille is now, you haven't yawned once.
I know. Now it's going to start.
But having like a 2-hour sleep during the day might be what you need to catch up on sleep. But I mean, I quite often might just have a little. It might have me nodding off for 2 minutes or 5 minutes, and that's just enough. Yeah, I agree. I think knowing your personality is good too, because I've got a personality where I get really intense about this stuff. Like I'm like, okay, I am going to nail low motivation. I'm going to take every single thing that Lydia said to me and everything else that I've researched. I'm going to do all of it, and I'm just going to be the motivation queen. And like, I can't even get started because it's and the leotard. Make my hair really curly. But it's the same thing what we were talking about at the start with writing the list. The list I write, the expectation I put on myself is ridiculous because I just want to do it really, really well. But actually it's not realistic to be able to at least start with the energy. Yeah. The other thing you were saying, I think both of you were saying, was about how once you get started, the energy builds. Yeah.
I'm doing it. I'm doing it, Mum.
I've got hands.
I'm actually doing some stuff.
So once, for me anyway, personally, if I'm got a day of housework, it's like I always do. All I do is housework. That's all I do. Not that you'd look at my house and say that, but anyway. But getting started on something, or even just ticking 2 things off my list. And then, and they could be small or big, whatever. But I reckon the more I do, the better I feel for the afternoon. And it's just easy to carry on. And then cooking tea is not a big deal, and, all that stuff at the end. But if I had a lazy day, I find it hard to, get up and do something. Like if I know I've got to cook tea, I'm like, ugh.
It's a 5:30 and you're like, oh crap.
Noodles.
Again, no,
You guys can have some bread. I was just thinking, because that was something else Lydia was talking about, was moving. And I think sometimes it can feel like, I work from home in the office. It's kind of what she was saying. And it can feel a bit like not moving because I'm sitting in a chair on the office. And I loved what she said about putting the music on and just having a dance, because I find on the days where I do actually go for a run, the best time I found is after the school drop off, if I can go and do a run and then come back. And once I've calmed down from the idea of death, can breathe again. Because I've been for 4 runs this year.
I thought you were going to say this week.
No. Today. I did 4 runs today.
Love it. Hey, that's better than I've done.
It's better than what I did last year.
Good job. Well done.
I'm trying to do the catch to 5K. And so you're meant to do like 3 runs a week. I should be at week like 4 by now. It's fine. You just got to make it work when it works.
You do.
But I find that, do the drop off because it's a bit, busy in the morning and then go for a run and then have a shower, get dressed, and I'm like, yeah, I'm ready for the date. Like I can feel it. I'm ready for it. My head's in a really good calm space.
Plus
and
it's colder in the morning.
Yeah,
You're not
yeah.
running in the heat of the day, especially when it's summertime.
Yeah, I made the mistake of doing 10 o'clock in the morning. Don't ever do that. That was horrible. But yeah, and then versus the days where I can't do a run because there's other stuff on,
Yeah.
I can feel, because I haven't been for one this week at all. And so I think even just one run a week makes a huge difference to me. But then that's where my personality comes in, because I'm like, I will run every day from never running. And then I like get to the end of the week and I can't walk. Whereas that peeling it back a bit and just making a more realistic choice that fits in with your lifestyle.
Yeah.
Because there are other things that need to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was one of my notes, is make a realistic goal. You know, set realistic goals. Don't just, like, don't make this big, massive list of all the housework or study that I need to get through.
Yeah.
Because that's never going to happen. Even
I
if
do-
was on speed, it's not going to happen.
Well, it could, but you'd not be happy.
Yeah.
I normally do like a big list of things that I want to get done. But then do little lists afterwards.
Yeah.
Which kind of makes it more realistic. So I can look at it and go, I actually can do that today. You know, take that off or whatever. Like it might be cleaning one of the bedrooms or something, but obviously, you know, there's little jobs, so it could be picking the toys up off the floor. I can tick that off. And then once I've done that, I can actually tick off or cross off, clean the bedroom, because that's what I've done.
Yeah.
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 And it makes
Yeah.
it easier to look at too. You're not going, I've got to clean the whole bedroom.
Yeah. Or,
Another tip that I find helpful is actually giving myself pep talks, like reminding myself that I'm actually blessed to have a family, or I'm
Totally.
I'm
yeah.
actually blessed to have a family to cook for. Like,
Yeah.
you know, just
Yeah.
like turn that whole thing around in my mind,
Yeah.
instead of like, oh, I've got to cook tea. It's like, you know, like, no, I actually get to cook my family tea. Like, this is
Yeah.
pretty cool. Like,
Yeah.
It's that positive
Yeah.
thinking, and gratitude. Yeah, gratitude's really good.
Katie French on Facebook and stuff, on social media. She's hilarious, but she's this incredible singer, and she does these little video clips, and one of them was, I hate doing the dishes,
That's what I was thinking about.
but the Lord bless me with food. Like,
Right.
you know, I hate doing the dishes, but hey, I've just eaten. Like, I've just fed my family, so
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and my family deserve a clean house, or my family
Yeah.
deserve a happy mum, or you
Yeah.
know, not a mum that's just like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Challenging that thinking, Yeah. And being grateful. Yeah.
yeah. Give
Flipping the
myself
script.
pep talks really helps.
Yeah.
My neighbours are probably thinking,
Yeah.
She's talking to herself again.
I see power.
That's the Jamaican Bob standing to me. Yeah.
Feel the rhythm. Feel the ride. That's all.
All right. Well, our time is coming to an end. It's gone by fast, eh?
No.
I've got so many more notes.
We'll be in next week. We'll be next week, okay?
Yeah. Do you know what? We could actually carry this on till next week, because there's a few questions that we didn't.
Another 3 whole questions to go.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure people would love to listen to us laugh
Got
some
so
more.
much practical help.
Yeah.
I've got so much practical
Oh, good. Okay.
I don't
Well, we can do. Are you both free next week? We can do next week. Yeah. Second friend week. Whoop whoop.
Doesn't mean you got 4 friends. It's
Is
the
that-
two same friends.
I'll just swap your names over. Over here today, we have Janae.
I'll go over
Oh,
there.
what a coincidence.
And we'll use
Yeah.
some nice accents.
Yeah.
And that we're a different person.
There goes the English.
You really want to do it.
Alrighty, well, there we go. Next week is planned, so we will have you both on again, and we'll go through some more lists, because I've actually really enjoyed going through some of these practical tips and tricks and advice, and I'd really love to talk a little bit more too on like family impact and also low motivation in teenagers, because you guys
I
have
got it.
teenagers and I don't, so I need your help for when I get there. Yeah, cool. Alrighty, so that is us for today. Sorry, Mum, once again, I still do not Mum really wants me to do a jingle.
Oh, like a sign-off kind of
Yeah,
thing.
like, yeah, put it on. But
This is Abby.
Yeah. This is Abby's show, and it's come to an end.
help.
I'll help,
Yeah, help. Okay. No, thank you everyone for listening in today, and thank you for listening to us chatter about low motivation. And we look forward to seeing you next week. And again, if you want to go back and listen to some of the stuff we talked about with Lydia, then that you will find on our website, rfm.co.nz, under help. Not the help questions, is like, help me with the webpage. Like, everyone goes to help. Where do we find that? Anyway, sorry. All right, thank you all so much. And I'm just remembering what buttons I meant to push. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.